Thanks for staying with us on the Joy News Prime Time. Now for the sports, I'm Gerrard Smith. We begin with some football politics, and a year to the elections for the Ghana Football Association presidency. We are still not clear on who those who will contest will be. Kwabena Eboa, the head of the Sports Writers Association of Ghana, is urging Kwesi Nyantakyi to come clear on his intentions.
You should boldly come and tell us. As I said, I don't have a problem. Everybody's got their own opinions about life, the way they want to run their life. If he wants to continue in the seat, she's bold enough to come in. Instead of hiding behind certain people.
Hiding behind?
Of course. Hiding behind certain people to make Omomo show interest look that bad, you know, and yet good enough. These are two gentlemen who have had a wonderful relationship over the years, Mika George and Kwesi.
Yeah.
To the extent that when Kwesi altered the constitution of Omo Efe,
yeah,
to decide to appoint his own vice.
No.
George was the one who had the nod.
Yeah.
You understand? And I don't expect George today to come and say that there is something wrong with that. He was the first beneficiary of that system. Unja Adenuma, some of us to say that there was everything wrong with what Kwesi did. Because as Fred Papo said the other time, you make that position inconsequential. And you make it ineffectual, you make it germane, because what it means is that your vice is at the whims, at your whims. So you appoint, and if he doesn't sing your team, you decide anytime to get rid of him. It's not good enough.
So you can get more on myjoyonline.com, including a story that Kwesi Nyantakyi earlier this week told an Accra-based station, Neat FM, that he has not made any promises about not contesting in 2019. In that same story, we bring you a video of Kwesi Nyantakyi doing exactly that on the Joy News program Upfront last year, and you can read that story and watch the video. The Ghana Premier League Week 12 is here. Let's see what the fixtures are. Kotoko are in a bit of trouble. They've lost 2 on the bounce. Kwesi Fabing is in trouble. There was even news that he has resigned, but he said it's not true. And Asante Kotoko will be playing versus Bechem United. Wafa will also be playing against Wa All Stars. Wafa won away in their last game. Mediama versus Dreams FC should be one of the games of the round, considering both teams are in the top 5. Liberty versus Karela. Karela have just beaten Kotoko, and those are the other fixtures you saw. In terms of Adriana Stars, the league champions, they will be playing against Hearts of Oak in one of the top liners as well. 11 Wonders versus Ebusia Dwarfs. Inter Allies, Brecum Chelsea. Elmina Sharks will be playing league leaders, Ashgold. We'll be showing you more, including the table and some of the stats ahead of the match week on the football show at 10:30. So, the IAAF Diamond League is set to get into another stage. The World and Olympic athletes are gathering in Doha for the big kickoff.
World and Olympic champions gathered in Doha to help kick off the Diamond League season, which got underway for the 9th straight year in the Qatari capital. Caster Semenya, who was making her first outing since the IAAF rule changes were announced, showed her class by smashing a national record in the women's 1500 meters. Semenya, who won double gold at the recent Commonwealth Games, made her move around the final bend en route to a personal best and a new world league time of 3 minutes 59.92. This is the first time that the South African superstar has broken the 4-minute barrier in the event. Ethiopia's Alemu Abebe completed the podium behind Kenya's Nelly Jepkosgei. A new world lead was also set in the women's 100 meters by Maria Jose Talu. The Ivorian outsprinted 2008 Olympic silver medalist Blessing Okubari to win in 10.85. Jamaica's Elaine Thompson, the reigning Olympic gold medalist, had to settle for 3rd, while Murule Ahure, the new world indoor 60-meter champion, took 4th ahead of South Africa's Karina Horn. Daphne Skippers, the world 200-meter champion, finished down in 6th place.
Back to football, and in the English Premier League, Michael Essien is speaking. He says, Jose Mourinho is actually speaking about Michael Essien. He says that the Ghana international made him fall in love with the country. You will recall that Jose came to the country in 2007 for a right to play initiative.
He was not my player, he is my son. You know, I'm his white daddy. You know, more than stories, feelings. and that's the feeling. Is more than a player for me, and he was probably the one that took me to his home, to the real home, to the place where he was born, to the streets where he was playing football as a kid, to meet the mom, to meet the friends, to meet everyone that grew up with him in Ghana. He made me fall in love with the country, with Accra, with the place where he was living, because then I understand better the mentality. I understand better why, as a player, he was ready for everything. He was ready to die for the fellow player, for the club, for the manager. He was ready to play like he did for me in Real Madrid, with a knee that was not a knee anymore, was a destroyed knee, and with that personality, that desire, that mentality, suffering, but always with a smile, and Michael smiles a lot.
In the Scottish Premier League, they've got a big appointment. Liverpool legend Steven Gerrard has finally agreed to be boss of Rangers.
Liverpool legend Steven Gerrard has been named as the new manager of Scottish giants Glasgow Rangers. The 37-year-old has been involved in the Reds' academy setup since April last year. A scorer of 186 goals for Liverpool in 710 appearances for the club, Gerrard was in charge of the Anfield outfit's youth side that took part in the UEFA Youth League this season, where his team were eliminated by Manchester City at the quarter-final stage. Replacing Graham Murty, who was sacked earlier this week following Rangers' 5-0 thrashing to Celtic in the Old Firm derby last weekend, Gerrard has signed a 3-year deal and will have former Liverpool teammate and Scottish international Gary McAllister as his assistant.